Good morning, guys. I hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mr. DONDW once again. And for today, we're going to make a little bit of discussion and also a lecture regarding the worksheet or the assignment that I have attached last time. Alright, so I hope everyone is ready to listen. The topic for today is about natural resources, which are comprises about or of renewable and non-renewable energy or resources, I should say. Now, I gave an activity about identifying if the following materials or the following materials are considered to be renewable or non-renewable. So this is part 1, renewable or non-renewable. So before we proceed with that, I just want you guys to pay attention to these particular details, okay? I don't need to read them all throughout. So I want you to pay attention to this and make sure that you also read this one and try to analyze so that on the activities that will be related to natural resources, you will be able to follow through, all right? Thank you. Now let's proceed. Let's move on to part 1. All right, you will identify if the following pictures are renewable or non-renewable. All right, so let's begin with blackberries. All right, the answer is renewable. Yes, that's correct. Remember, plants will always be considered renewable, especially when you replant them. All right, I think that is pretty practical, guys. Okay. Now, for peas, the same thing. It's renewable. Now, you can also say both because of that idea. I will also accept if the answer is both because peas can also be an unrenewable if they will be, or if once used, it will not be replaced again. It will not be replenished. In other words, you will not replant it again. So that's the concept of plants, guys. And that's basically supporting the idea of extinction. All right? It supports the idea of extinction. It will always be renewable for as long as we plant them. There's replanting that's happening, guys. Next, coal. It's definitely unrenewable. Let's proceed with gold. That's unrenewable. Oil, of course, is unrenewable. Mushrooms, yes, in a particular time of the year, there are more mushrooms than a particular month, all right? Because they are growing by seasons, or it's seasonal, so they are renewable. Now, for gas, petroleum, they are, of course, unrenewable. Sad to say that most of the resources that we've used all throughout the world are unrenewable resources, and that's the sad part. Now, for sun, this is a very intriguing portion because sun is considered both renewable and non-renewable to a certain extent. Now, let's try to figure this thing out. Now, if you answered renewable, I will accept it, definitely, because that's what most of the information about sun is about, or is affirmative, okay, that it is a renewable resource. However, there is also a very good contradiction or contradictory idea which is actually good, right? Because sun is so huge, it's humongous, and even though it continuously exhausting or creating energy, all right, it's nonstop. It is also too humongous. It's big. You know, in our lifetime, it will not be over. In the lifetime of the next generations or the generations to come, the energy keeps or continuously exhausting heat energy by means of helium and also or other types of energy. So definitely, it can arguably, it's actually renewable. However, we would also listen to the other side of the argument. All right. And that is non-renewable. Now, let me give you some facts here. Solar energy from the sun is a renewable resource. No question about it. The sun continually burns hydrogen and helium and sends out energy not only to Earth but into space in our solar system. Why diffuse? Why it's non-renewable? Well, a few billions of years in the future, the sun will rise up. Will use up. Again, it will use up its hydrogen fuel, and the solar output will decrease. That supports why it's non-renewable. So, although the sun is not truly an infinite resource, because somehow it will use up its hydrogen fuel, for many millions of generations, guys, the solar energy will be available, making it practically inexhaustible. So we cannot exhaust all the energy coming from the sun. So that also supports the idea that it's renewable. However, it is not an infinite resource. There you go. And that's how fascinating science can be at, right? Now, bottom line, it is a massive amount of energy that continuously burning hydrogen and helium. Correct. However, it's not truly an infinite resource. Non-renewable. Continuously burning hydrogen and helium, renewable. So, going back to our exercise or our activity, the sun can be both. Alright? If you answered renewable, that's correct. If you answer non-renewable, I will also accept that fact. Alright? Now, for trees, definitely it's renewable for as long as you replant them. The idea of extinction, even for plants, not only for animals. There you go. And also zinc, guys. It's a non-renewable. Unrenewable, that's fine. Alright. So, let's proceed now to the following questions below. Explain briefly what are natural resources. Well, this is definitely the best answer according to the video. They are substances or materials that are found in nature and useful to humans. And not only to humans, but also to other animals. Alright. What are the other examples of renewable resources according to the video? So in any order, these are the answers, guys. Water, plants, animals, air. Alright? Next, number 3, what are the examples of non-renewable resources according to the video? In any order, oil, coal, natural gas, mineral, and nuclear energy, thermal energy as well. Alright, for number 4, list two examples of renewable resources around your community. Air and water, water and air, that can be a good example of it. Now, sun is a renewable resource, yes or no? I think I have explained it already. So, the sun is unrenewable or non-renewable. That's fine actually. But technically, since the amount of heat is so much, providing light on Earth will only waste a little bit or waste a bit of energy, even to the next generations. Alright? So, you can answer it as yes, or you can also answer it as no. However, we base our answer or the idea on the video. On the video, however, it emphasizes on the size of the sun. How humongous this Earth or this sun that we have, that it provides energy, it provides our heat resources even to the next generations and the generations to come. Alright, so the answer is unrenewable based on the video that I have shown, or the video that I selected for us to study. Okay, number 6. How can trees remain renewable? Of course, when you plant them, you have to replant them. Now, do not be construed with the idea with on and none. That's the same, right? No problem. Denotative. Okay, if trees are not planted or replanted, then trees are or will become non-renewable. Alright? I got this answer from Clarissa and I appreciate that one. So I have to also highlight her idea because it means that she was really paying attention to the video. Alright, number 7. What clarification about plants breeding method is emphasized in the video? The same thing with Clarissa. I got her answer. I had to use her answer here so that I could also appreciate her time on paying attention to the video. I know most of you also are paying attention. There are only some who are giving me a little bit of a problem with regards to their answer. Okay, however, majority are good. Okay, now, Technically, according to the video, plants do not breathe. Alright, that's practically the emphasis there. It's actually humans who inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Alright, that's clear. Now let's proceed to number 8. How did coal begin? According to the video, this is the best answer. It is a fossil fuel, I should say. It began from a plant very long time ago. After the plant died, or after the plant dies, a time plus pressure plus heat changes plants into coal. So that's basically, according to the video, a very interesting one. Okay, the 3 things that you use to or that come from a renewable resource will definitely be in any order. You can answers will vary on this part. The cotton, clothes, cabinet. That's for me. All right. For number 10, list 3 things that you use that come from a non-renewable resources. Well, that's crude oil, petroleum, diamond ring. I could just write gold rings, but anyway, diamonds are more expensive. Anyway, let's proceed now to the last one, guys. The last portion is, I just would like to say thank you for paying attention to the video. I would like to appreciate everyone for submitting the the assignment rather, on time or before the due date. Some actually submitted on the due date, but that will be fine. It's still accepted. And I just would like to say, stay safe and God bless us all. Let's try to include in our prayers that this COVID-19 pandemic will soon be over, and hopefully the number of cases will lessen, all right, so that we can flatten the curve. Once again, thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of the day. Now I have to say bye. See you guys.